if I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home,
All right, AEW Dynamite for September 2, 2020. Starts off with Santana Ortiz and Ortiz versus Best Friends. And after 5 minutes, and the bell finally rings. Santana's on the outside with a collapsible baton, and he's a shot to Trent. That sets him up for the street sweeper, and Santana and Ortiz get the pin. The tag team match was really all over the place, and it's what you expect from a tag team match, especially these matches. Yeah, two rivals, heated, because apparently someone didn't apologize, and then the other ones take their frustrations out on a mom's car. Yeah, really, really a way to build a rivalry. Petty reasons. Okay. Now, the lawyer for MJF is terrified, but MJF informs him that he better wrestle or else, because if he doesn't wrestle, of course, MJF ain't gonna get his title shot at All Out. Now, SCU and Private Party versus the Young Bucks and Jurassic Express. The winning team faces each other at All Out on this Saturday. So, is this a rankings thing? Is it ain't for a number one contender match at All Out? Now, these commentators, legends, except for Excalibur, who made his return. What did he do? Did he make some comments on Twitter or something like that? No, something like that. But yeah, JR, you got Tony Schiavone. Legends, right? WCW, WWE. But these commentators, man, saying they like the Bucks' new attitude, and JR says they aren't a one-trick pony. Yeah, sure, Jim Ross. Not a one-trick pony, but they deliver 30 super kicks in one match. Flippity floppity every match. They're overrated. I don't care what anybody thinks. And also, when it comes to Jungle Boy, they kept trading knocks on his lack of size, as if everybody in AEW is 250 or 300 pounds, and he sticks out like a sore thumb. There's some other guys that are just as small, a little bit bigger. There's different sizes when it comes to the guys there. Does the size matter? I mean, he's very, very great, very, very good talent. He can wrestle, and don't get that. Now, another thing is Matt Jackson needs to stop trying to act. He's trying to be a heel or change his attitude, and it ain't working. Even after the match, you see, I swear you saw Nick Jackson. Now, they both hit the BTE trigger, and they get the pin. And then as they're going up, you see Nick Jackson. He goes up and he goes, it's almost like he went like this. It's like this. He almost went like this. And then he fucking walks back. Like, it's like you're either gonna be a heel or you're not. You're gonna, they keep teasing it and they're not. It's like with what's his name? You look at Kenny Omega, and it's like he tries. It's like these guys can't act out of their character. They're trying to be a heel, and it looks like they took some lines and a way to act from like Shakespeare or some shit like that, where you have to over emote and you have to show you're a heel now, and like this and like that, And I'm just like last week when he was trying to confront Hangman, and I thought he was kidding around and being over the top on purpose, but he was trying to be like emotional. That he couldn't believe that Hangman did to them what he did, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, let's get past that, because that's burnt a hole in my head, and I can't to wait for it to close up. And I thought Private Party was going to annoy me in this match. And they actually looked pretty good. It's almost like what Matt Hardy's doing with them and working with them is paying off. They're not the ones for once that I'm what do you call that? I'm not criticizing. Now, goes with Jericho backstage, and he is with Alex Deer caught in the headlights Marvez in a backstage interview. And basically, it's talking about the Mimosa Mayhem match. Pretty much what it entailed and what's going to happen and all that good stuff. Now, Joey Janela versus Chris Jericho. Speaking of Jericho, and Janela comes out looking like Pee-Pee Longstockings with his ponytail hairdo. I mean, did he do that so as to look different from Jericho, since he pretty much is a Jericho clone? Circa 1995, like I always say, 96. And Joey Janela got cute. He tried to go jump over the top rope. He gets a code breaker followed by a lion tamer, and Janela doesn't even tap out because he was knocked out by the code breaker. And your winner is Le Champion Chris Jericho. Now, Team Taz is in the ring with Starks and Cage, and Taz is the heel manager this week. And Jake comes out and talks busting nuts. Eddie Kingston comes out, and he doesn't have his all lives don't matter until Black Lives Matter, or whatever shirt he had on. I missed it last week. Can you guys stop making it a fucking political bullshit every time you're in the ring? That's not what it's about. Come out and entertain us. Wrestle. Holy crap. And then he comes out with his circus act of wrestlers. Like he talks about being friends with those guys. He wouldn't even look like, doesn't even look like he would even hang out with those guys. All different types of characters, different look or whatever. I mean, I guess we're talking about the independents where they used to, where they didn't have their characters in, I guess. I don't know. And then Tully comes out with Sean Spears, and with Darby rounding them out, they all fight in a melee of chaos. And all these men will be in the Casino Battle Royale, and it wasn't even all of them yet. And then everybody came out, and the referees are just pointing at them, telling them not to do this, not do that. Goes to commercial, comes back, still doing the same thing. I'm thinking, you guys can't get that shit under control? You know what I mean? You still can't get that crap out of control. You know, it's just like, you might as well just had the Casino Battle Royale right then and there. And then the number one contender will be decided. Now, here's a match that I really like, and it was the NWA Women's Champ, Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb. Now, Deeb at one time was a member of CM Punk's Straight Edge Society, if y'all remember her, back during her days in WWE. So in 2017-2020, she was actually a trainer at the PC, and then she got released with all the other April COVID-19 related releases. We had to cut back. She was one of them. Now, Rosa is impressive, and this is my first time seeing her in action. And in the end, Thunder Rosa gives her a Thunder Driver to Serena Deeb, and Thunder Rosa gets the pinfall victory. And I think Serena Deeb really showed what she's got too. And you got two people that definitely add to the roster. I mean, I don't think Thunder Rosa will be unless she wins the title, then she'll be a member of the roster. Then again, she probably could still have the title and just come back for title defense. She doesn't officially have to be signed to the company. But let's move on, and John Moxley calls out MJF, pretty much the same run-of-the-mill stuff that he says, and gone all out, and basically the lawyer and all this stuff. Now, Big Swole will face Britt Baker on the All Out Buy-In pre-show in a tooth and nails match. And during an interview with Tony Schiavone, Britt attacks Swole and puts her in the lockjaw. There was pizza involved. They even shoved her face into pizza. Rebel or Reba, whatever she is this week, had a mask on and a hat on, dressed up like a pizza delivery person, but you couldn't tell that was her. Big Swole, come on. Or was that her? Was it someone else? I think it was her. Quite so quickly, because in comes Britt Baker and delivers a super kick that would make her boyfriend Adam Cole proud, and puts her in that lockjaw. And that rivalry, that feud, really has been built up quite well. I love the antics. I love the shenanigans between the two, and it really builds up to really, really something. And I'm looking forward to the match. It's the only match on the buy-in, so it's gonna probably be maybe 30 minutes long. I mean, I don't know how long they're gonna give him, but they're gonna give him a good amount of time, good amount of ample time to put their stuff out there. Now, main event time. It is the lawyer Mark Sterling versus John Moxley, and I had to turn down the part when Justin Roberts announces John Moxley because I hate when he does John Cena's John when he mentions the John. I hate when he does that. Leave that for Cena. Do something different. But John Moxley, like that note going. You see how I do it? See, that probably annoys you, huh? That's how it does. That's how it sounds to me. That's how it annoys me. And he does it for like a long time. I could have sworn I turned it down, and when I turned it back up, about 60 minutes later, he was still doing his name. A little bit of over exaggeration, but you get my drift. He does it for too long. Please. Now, the caveat here was the lawyer needed to wrestle John Moxley or MJF wouldn't get the title shot. Sterling has no place in the ring, and Moxley plays around with the lawyer. In and out of the ring, giving him a shot. Come on, give me a shot. He would duck him and everything. All the little tricks that a seasoned wrestler would do to someone who has no place, like I said, in the ring, and is a total novice, amateur at best, right? But after all that, he finally ends the match with a paradigm shift, which will be banned at All Out. Now, afterwards, Wardlow takes out John Moxley, and the challenger MJF comes and gets him some of John Moxley, and he's not worse for wear as we thought he was, but he's not even injured. Neck brace not needed, folks. He just takes it off and uses the $50,000 ring that he has on his hand, however much it costs, to knock him out and cuts him open, and he's bloody. And MJF just takes that blood and he actually rubbed his head in it. I'm going COVID-19, other stuff, communicable stuff that you can get from blood. I don't know, but that's how it ended. That's how it usually ends before a pay-per-view, right? Someone gets the advantage. Someone leaves someone cut open. Someone seemingly looks like a person, destroyed somebody, putting them through a table or something like that. But we'll see how All Out goes on Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. I have yet to watch a pay-per-view from AEW that has not delivered, from Full Gear to Revolution to Double or Nothing. Didn't get your chance to see All Out next last year. That was before they got the deal and everything. And it wasn't actually the first event that they had, and kind of, put a light bulb in the Young Bucks and King Omega and Cody Rhodes to get with Tony Khan and create and be the founders of AEW. But I'm looking forward to that pay-per-view, like I said, and it should be good. Should be a good one. Well, that is my rundown and thoughts on AEW Dynamite for September 2, 2020. And for those of you who stopped by and checked out my video, I appreciate it. And in closing, and as always, take care.